Hi, and welcome back to Carnival Unmasked, IFTR Goes Cologne. Today it's me, Luisa, and Priyanka.
Hi!
And we want to show you a little bit how to arrive in Cologne, in Germany, or in the Schengen room. We want to guide you a little bit throughout your travels.
Yes, so maybe the first thing you will book is your flight to Europe. There are many options where you can go to. I think the biggest ones are Frankfurt am Main, FFM. It's like an hour train ride from Cologne. The options are also Amsterdam, Charles de Gaulle in Paris, or Brussels, where you can get off and then take the train to Cologne.
There are also some options in Germany, for example, Düsseldorf, which is like half an hour train ride from Cologne, or Cologne. But as far as I know, Cologne does only flights within the European Union.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And Düsseldorf is more international, but not as big as the other four. So you can just see where your local airport goes and which is the cheapest one, because the train rails in Germany and in Europe are, it's a good network.
Yes, you always have the option to take the train to Cologne. We have this lovely Deutsche Bahn. It is now not having the greatest reputation anymore. We struggle a lot with delays, but it's still a good option to get to Cologne. Either you take an ICE. We also looked up an average to go from Paris to Cologne. It will take you about 3 to 5 hours. From Amsterdam, it's about 3 hours. As I said, from Frankfurt, it's only an hour because it's a really fast train. And from Brussels, you will take about 2 hours. But there are also other companies where you can book a train ride from. The French one is the TGV, right?
TGV and Thalys. These are like the most common trains to travel from Paris to, for example, Cologne. Then you have the Eurostar, which is a famous long ride train in Europe. And then you have the Flix train, which is, as far as I know, most of the time the cheapest one. And it's not as comfortable as the ICE or something, but it's very moderate to travel.
Yes. And beware, with most of the tickets you book, you have the option to trade it with another ticket to take another train, but not with Flix train. It's only valid for Flix trains. We also have the Deutschland ticket or Germany ticket. It costs 49 euros for a whole month of traveling with all the regional train options we have. So also local buses and metro lines you can use with the Germany ticket, and you can travel the whole of Germany, but not the ICE or the IC, right?
Yes, and also not the Flix train. It seems a little bit complicated, but the Deutschland ticket makes a lot of sense for traveling in a town or with the buses here. You have to move a lot around Cologne during the conference, so I think it's absolutely worth it to travel inside the city. And then I heard about another really great option, which is the EU rail ticket. You can use any trains traveling through Europe if you are staying a little bit longer and want to see some more countries of Europe. But be aware, this ticket is only for people outside the European Union. So if you're coming from Italy or Spain, for example, you cannot book this ticket.
Yes, but if you want to use the opportunity to be in Europe and see a lot more of Europe, then this would be a great option to maybe travel to another country and enjoy your stay here.
So we talked a lot about how to come to Europe or Germany, and maybe we can talk a little bit about the accommodation part once you arrive here. I mean, I think the people who need a visa for the Schengen area already have a hotel booked because it's necessary for it. But maybe for all the people who don't need the visa, I don't know if you already checked up for a hotel or hostel. And as you know, there is the list on the website of the IFTR conference in Cologne this year. But we have to give you the advice that at the same time of the conference, there's another big congress in Cologne. So hotel prices are rising, also hostel prices. So be quick and maybe check out some other websites that compare the hotel and hostel prices. Do you have some tips for this, Priyanka?
Yes, I think the biggest one is booking.com. There you can look for hostels as well as hotels, and you can put in different filters to also maybe sort out where to get your accommodation inside of Cologne, because maybe if you're more in the inner ring, then you don't have to travel long distances to your destinations. But Cologne isn't that big, so yeah, maybe search for all the options. And I think there's also the Skyscanner one, right?
Yes, Skyscanner is a good page in which you can also check the flights within Europe. I don't know if they also have flights outside the European Union. I only checked the ones to Spain, for example, but they are looking for the cheapest flights and accommodations for you.
Yes, I also used it before for flights to the outside of Europe, so I think you'll get all your information there. Also, Google Flights might be an option for you to look for flights, but Skyscanner also has hotels and hostels.
We have a really big list of various websites. Maybe we can put you everything in the show notes so you can check it up and see which one works best for you.
Yeah, great. So while we were talking about arriving to Germany, we were also thinking about like some good tips you might need to be prepared for when you arrive here. And one of it is like physical money.
Oh, yes. That's a really big thing in Germany, sadly. In a lot of places like restaurants, bars, kiosks and stuff, you need cash in Germany. You cannot pay by card, and especially not by credit card. So yeah, we give you this really important hint that you please bring some cash to Europe. I mean, you can go with your Visa or credit card and get it at any ATM, but maybe it works better if you come already with some change from your country.
Yes, and also we were talking about your chargers. Maybe you need an adapter for wherever you're coming from. In most places you have the opportunity to charge your devices, but you need the Type-C and F plug to be able to charge. So keep in mind that you may need an adapter to be able to charge your electronics here in Germany.
That's a really good and important advice. And I think for the next episode, we will guide you a little bit through Cologne.
Yes.
We are really looking forward to tell you more about our favorite city, our favorite places, restaurants, and everything you can do around the town.
Yes, I think we're gonna have some great tips for you. Maybe one little tip in the end. A personal recommendation of mine, if you are able to stay at the Wohngemeinschaft. It's a hostel in the middle of the city, so you don't have to travel far, and it's also a bar in the evenings, and they do a lot of international programs, like they have comedy night and different events you can take part in to be able to connect with people, and it's a really fun time to stay there. So maybe if you have the opportunity, this would be a tip. But yeah, be quick to book.
Yeah, I really like this place. It's a good recommendation. And I think we're looking forward to the next episode. And
yes. Enjoy your preparations, and I hope our tips help you to do so. And we're looking forward to give you more tips on the actual stay in Cologne City.
Yeah, until next time. Bye.
Bye.